What's going on, everybody? It's Seth with MK Carpet Cleaning, and it is July the 2nd on a Thursday afternoon, and we are in Gibsonville, North Carolina, working on a hardwood floor job. And as you can see, these hardwoods are in very, very rough shape. Um, this is a home that is going to be soon put on the market, and we were contacted by a friend of ours and asked if we thought that we could get these hardwood floors clean and just to see how good they could come out, or see if they could come out. You'll notice that there's a ton of paint spots on the floor, and then right in there in the center, we just passed it, there are some staining. I guess the previous renters who lived here tried to fix the floor by applying some type of stain to it, which really messed the floor up. And for the most part, we got most of it up except for in this room in here. Those black spots right over there in the corner, those will not come out. Even if you screened or even if you sanded the floor, a lot of that would still be there. It would probably get a little bit lighter, but it would still be in the hardwood floor. It's almost impossible to remove that type of stuff. But anyway, I am now using our 175, and this is a great tool if you're a carpet cleaner and you don't have a lot of money to buy a nice agitation tool such as a CRB. This is a perfect tool right here. It's got multiple purposes. Obviously, we use it for not just agitation, also we use it for encapsulation, cleaning, low moisture. You can also use it to like we're doing here, using it on hardwood floors. And I'm actually using a blue pad. I usually typically don't use a blue pad on hardwood floors, but I really wanted to get something aggressive for that stain that was in the center of this room and also the other rooms, and really wanted to get it out. We're using our IFT by Basic Coatings. It is a high pH intensive floor cleaning chemical, and it's really just for really, really nasty floors. You don't really need to use it on floors that just need a typical cleaning that we do a lot of, but occasionally we have to use it for when we run across floors like this right here. And you'll see I switched back to the red pad because I didn't want to use the blue pad across the whole floor because it really didn't need it. It just needed it in those few spots that had the stain that was in the middle. When I say stain, I'm not talking like a stain like on a carpet. I'm talking about like a wood stain that you put on wood floors. And anyway, right now I'm getting up all these thousands of pieces of paint. That's what took really the longest time, was removing those paint spots. I had to use a little piece of the blue pad, just a handheld piece, and really worked it in and scrubbed it by hand. That was the only way to get it removed, or I should say that was the quickest way to get the paint chips removed without messing up the floor. But anyway, like I said, that was very time consuming, and it made the job go a lot longer than what we anticipated. But overall, these wood floors came out pretty good. Again, you can see the working in the IFT. That stands for Intensive Floor Treatment. And again, it's by Basic Coatings. We use exclusively Basic Coatings when we can. However, we were in a pinch. We were out of our floor refinisher. I shouldn't say we always, because up until this point, I should say we always used Basic Coatings refinisher. But unfortunately, I didn't have time to order it online from John Donne like I typically do. So I had to go to the closest hardwood floor store, which is in Colfax, North Carolina. And unfortunately, they did not have it. They did have a product that was, according to them, the same, known as Bona Floor Refresher. And we used it here, and it did a good job, but I still don't think it did quite as good as the Basic Coatings. That's just my opinion. Others may have had better success with it, but it didn't seem like one coating lasted as good. You'll see in these after videos and after pictures, the floor is very shiny, but towards the end I went through and looked at some of the floors, and it always, the gloss always goes away as the floor dries. Not completely, obviously, but it's not as overpowering as it is in the pictures, which is good because in some instances it's a little too shiny. But again, it goes away after it dries in about 2 hours, and it'll have a nice uniform gloss to it. And don't get me wrong, the Bona did have it, but I just didn't feel like it had it as well. It didn't look as deep as the basic coatings. And again, that's just my opinion. You can feel free to disagree with this, but again, you can see just how much dirt is coming up, and just look at this pad right there. Look at that. That's after well, actually, I take that back. We didn't go over this area with the blue pad, but this red pad is really digging up the dirt and busting it loose, and helping it stick to it. And you can see there's a little bit left, and don't worry, we're going to get it in just a few minutes. We're going to take our white pad and go over it with it, and then for the final time, we're going to take a bonnet to really buff out those floors one last time before we add the finish, and also to get them nice and clean, so the floor refresher by Bona will stick to it really good. But anyway, I'm going to quit talking here and let you just watch the rest of the video. And as you can see here, as we're going over with the bonnet, just how good these floors are looking. And this is prior to us even adding the finish. This floor in here just came out really good. We're really impressed with how well it came out, and happy with the results. Why we like going over it one last time with the bonnet is, again, it picks up any of the loose dirt that's there, and it also, again, just helps buff out the floors and brings out that natural shine that is in the floors. A lot of times, if this floor wasn't as old as it was, and if it hadn't been so long since it had had a finish applied, we would just leave it like it is, and it would look pretty good. But we went ahead and added a finish again because, or a refinisher, I should say, because it needed it. It needed a little touch up to really help it come out and pop pretty good. But again, like I said, we were pretty impressed with the results. And this is back into the living room. Again, there was another of one of those stains that the previous renter who rented this home had tried to fix himself. Just FYI, that is never a good idea to try to do that. It's very time consuming getting that stuff out, and this video is sped up to 10. So anyway, like I said, it was just a headache trying to remove that stuff. and we were pretty successful except for in that one room. I don't even think we have any video of that one room. But anyway, this is the living room, and it came out really well too. We was pretty impressed with it, and yeah, anyway, I'm going to quit talking again and just let you watch the video. And just in case you're wondering how much soil we removed from these floors, there is 3. We actually went through about 6 of those pads, but there's 3 of them that I took pictures of, and you can just see just how much soil is removed. That's not even counting the bonnet that you're seeing right there on the 175 machine. But again, we remove a ton of soil with this method, and that's why this method is one of our favorites to use, and really helps bring out the shine in wood floors. And now I'm about to apply the floor refresher. Um, this is not the basic coatings product that we typically use, and again, it did a pretty good job, but I still like the basic coatings a little bit better overall. But anyway, this is a quick video of how we apply it. And here is one of the bedrooms with the finisher applied. Again, it's really shiny here, but as it dries, it'll be not as shiny. But overall, looks really good. And this is the other bedroom here, and quite a transformation.